Management, back here to bring you, this beautiful audience, my week 35 results on my 0 to 100k challenge. So in this video, we're going to look at how this week panned out, some plays that were called out, some great plays that we ate off of, doubled up of, made amazing returns on. We're going to look at some plays which didn't work out as quite well as we wanted to. We'll also look at some stocks going into next week. Remember, next week is a 4-day trading week, so that's always an interesting one. And we're going to recap the end of August and of course the beginning of September. Now before we do this today, first of all, let's just do the usual stuff. Show some support by dropping that thumbs up. You know, it does take a lot of time to make these videos, research stocks, record, edit, upload, all that kind of stuff. It does take a lot of time, so please do drop the thumbs up. Also, drop a comment, it helps with the algorithm. Just let me know if you're in the Discord, let me know if you'd like to join the Discord, let me know if you've seen some of my videos on YouTube, let me know whatever it is, just drop a comment for the algorithm. Add to that, make sure you guys share these videos with your friends. You never know who it could help, you never know who else could be on this kind of challenge, or just trying to grow their portfolio from $500 to $1,000 or from $5,000 to $10,000. You never know. So share these videos. And lastly but not least, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Hit the red button, it does not cost you anything, it's completely free. But of course, you will get more videos just like this. So to kick off this video, let's dive straight into my phone, have a look at how this week panned out, have a look at some plays I'm currently in, and some plays that we profited off of this week. So I finished this week just up around 1.9k. It was a solid week for myself, and I definitely had a lot of fun this week. You know, ending of August to beginning of September, it definitely went a lot better than I expected. So let's have a look at the stock which paid me the most this week. And it's a stock actually I only sold today, Lucid Motors, ticker symbol LCID. So this stock has obviously sold off a little bit after hours, but it had a great run up today. So it's down in a week, but we got in right at the bottom of this stock. And I'll show you a little video just showing you guys how nicely this stock played out for me. So I had a $17 call, which I picked up, which was actually out the money, and I paid $300 for 5 contracts. My equity, as you can see, is almost $1,300, and the stock rallied today, rallied really well, actually to highs of 5% by the end of the day. And yeah, I came away with 320% returns on this stock. Honestly, I called it out in Discord, but by the time I think people got in, it would shot up. But still, even if you got in late, you made your money on it. So it was a great call. Definitely one which I was happy that I got in, but also one which I executed to perfection, getting in right after the huge sell-off. Another stock which was called out in Discord by myself, which ran up like crazy, was Netflix. Netflix actually had a very good week, and we got into this stock when it was around 578, in fact even less, $576 before it ran up to highs of almost $600 yesterday. So this was a stock which brought back about 700 or 800% depending on how long you held it. For myself, it only brought back around 400% returns, but that's the kind of play which you can see take your portfolio just to the next level. Another stock which people were still in from last week's call out was VipShop, ticker symbol VIPS. You may remember it from my week 34 results, but yeah, this stock had a nice run up, and if you sold on time, you would have got around 50 to 60% returns, so that was another good play. Also, AMD, you can't forget AMD. AMD was one stock which seemed to be better for the day trades this week. It was kind of behaving, you know, bipolar, going up one day, then dropping the next day. You couldn't really swing it this well this week. So we made sure that we got in. I know there are people who made money, some people lost money. It was mixed results, but AMD was definitely one we're looking at next week as well, just so you know. PayPal is another one that we got into this week. This was another stock which kind of stayed in the same kind of channel throughout the week, which is not really what you want with options, but it was one which was called out. Most of us managed our trade reasonably well, so that was another stock. Now, one of the squeeze stocks, BBIG. This had a very strange week. It hit highs of $11 at one point, but then sort of the last couple of days of the week. Also, I did have a call in it, which unfortunately got sold at $1 and eventually ran up to highs of 4 something. But that's just how sometimes managing your risk goes. ANY is another stock which had a crazy week, and this one sold off towards the end of the week as well, but it did run up to highs of $11, and it's one of those which again was being squeezed, so it had a crazy pop off before selling off. Remember, when these kind of stocks pop off, you do want to take your profits, you do want to manage your trade, you don't want to let your gains slip and be taken away from you by the market. Now for one crypto mining play, Hut 8 Mining, which I mentioned in last week's video. Hut 8 Mining, ticker symbol HUT. This had a great day, up 15%. And after hours, it's also up over 1% already. This had a crazy week, up almost 45% on the week. This went crazy, it went nuts. So if you were lucky enough to get this one with shares or options, you definitely made bank. Now talking about making bank, we're going to look at a couple plays which we're going to look at going into next week. Some plays that have already sold off heavily. Also, we're going to look at plays that I'm already in and I think have a very, very strong potential going into the next few weeks. Also maybe into next month. And also I do want to clarify, not all these trades are trades you have to take. A lot of these trades you see were callouts in the Discord, were potential trade ideas in the Discord. So if you're already in the Discord, you know about this. So we'll start off with Chewy, ticker symbol CHWY. This has been selling off over the past week. It's been selling off over the past month, but it has potential. It's now sitting at $76.75. It has potential to run up to the 90s, back to around $93, $95. I'm not worried about this one. There was a call out I made in the group today, so I know a few people got in, but I'm going to see how it opens on Tuesday before I decide to make a move. But one play I did make a move on today was Roku, ticker symbol ROKU. It is now sitting at around $341.60, and I placed a $400 call for 2 weeks from now, 17th of September. Well, I think Roku is going back to around the $400, maybe not all the way to the highs of $420, but I do think it's going to recover. If it doesn't by next week, then I'll just sell out. It is not that difficult, but I do believe this one is one that it just takes a little bit of time to get going, especially at levels at right now. We're going to see the buying power, we're going to see the buying pressure on it, and it's going to start driving the prices upwards. Speaking of buying pressure, have a look at Moderna today. Moderna, almost 5% on the day. Today just capped off a great week for Moderna. It kind of slipped under my radar because in the last video I uploaded a couple of days ago, I actually had Moderna on my watch list. I forgot to mention it in the video. I also had it on my own stock watch list, completely forgot to look at it, and then suddenly today I was getting notifications that Moderna is up 5%. So I kind of missed that one, but I do think it's going to continue running next week. So keep your eyes out for that one. Now for a stock which I called out in Discord, and it actually spiked up at the beginning of the market open, dropped off, and then started rising again. Fartex, ticker symbol FTCH. It's around $43 right now, but I'm looking at the $50 call options for 17th of September. Now I told the Discord to get in here between 16 and 18 cents per contract. Now the contracts are sitting around 21 cents, so it's already started to move upwards. But again, one to look out for next week. Also, Social Capital, IPOF, Social Capital. It's sitting at $10.33. I'm looking at the $11 calls for September 17th. We're going to have to see how this one plays out next week before I get into it. If it sells off heavily, then I'm going to take my chances and try my luck with it. I'm going to look at the chart, of course, see how exactly the chart is playing out before I get call options on it. But it's another potential play. Another play which I called out in the Discord today, Metromile, ticker symbol MILE. This was on a hot streak this past week. Today it shot up to highs of 10% at one point. It really ran up quickly. We are looking at the $5 calls for September 17th, but also the $7.50 calls for October 15th. Right now it's around $4.84. It has sold off towards the end of the day. Over the past month, it's sold off pretty heavily. But Metromile is one which could end up being squeezed. One thing you want to know with this one, looking at the chart, a little bit of technical analysis for you, is the 5-day EMA and the 20-day SMA did cross over. So not only does that mean you should expect some bullish momentum from the stock, but you also want to keep your eyes out to see how far it moves upwards. There's also something else you guys should remember. I'm going to point this out because not a lot of you guys will know about this. Mark Cuban and also Chamath are both heavily backing this stock, which is a very, very good sign. Same way we like, stocks which Cathie Wood is looking at or she's buying into. Same way we like if Mark Cuban is backing a stock, and definitely if Chamath is also backing a stock. So please do look out for MILE next week. Let's see if it hits $5 and then 6, potentially 7.50s. And yeah, hopefully you guys can go look through those stocks, have a look, pick them out. I've given you so much to choose from now, so many different ideas, so many different plays there. And if you want more plays like this, make sure you guys come and join the Discord. If you want to know how to find your own plays like this, make sure you guys grab the stock option starter pack. The link is in the description below. But you guys know there's so much possibility with options, so make sure you guys do check out those links, because you could find yourself making a small investment and then reaping plenty of returns, plenty of rewards on it. So check those out again. So this past week, if I kind of recap how it kind of panned out. Well, there was a lot of hype about AMD at the beginning of the week. AMD didn't really do what we expected it to do. It did not hit $115, $120 this week. Also, the squeezes, the short squeezes, you know, your BBIGs, your ANYs, your SPRTs, all of these kind of performed how we expected them to at the beginning of the week, but then kind of underperformed throughout the rest of the week. Remember, there's also stocks like MRIN that you want to look out for, and honestly, with these short squeezes, you never know. So you don't want to buy too short-term contracts, and if you do, you want to sell them ASAP. Honestly, if you make 400, 500% returns, don't be too greedy, sell them ASAP. But yeah, this week was supposed to be that week of, you know, short squeezes, which could now end up happening next week. But I want to remind you guys, next week is a 4-day trading week. You know me with 4-day trading weeks. We don't really like 4-day trading weeks. Plus it's September. September's a bit of a shaky month for stocks. So you kind of want to be cautious. Watch out where you keep your money. You guys might have seen I had a bit of buying power there, because I'm kind of waiting on some chances for potential buying opportunities on stocks for long-term buy and holds, but also going to look at some puts next week. Remember, there are going to be some stocks which are still oversold right now. Also, I'm going to point out this stock, as always, the Tattooed Chef, ticker symbol TTCH. This sold off heavily today, almost 8% in a day. And it's slightly oversold right now. In the past, when I said it's slightly oversold, when it's sitting at $16, under $16, $17, $18 in that channel, it popped off eventually. Get yourself some shares, do yourself a favor, around $20 mark, get some shares. If Tattooed Chef sells off next week, have a look at it, think about the call options, think about getting your shares, but don't miss out on the opportunities. So overall, I hope you guys have a great Labor Day weekend. We're going to enter the first full week of trading week of September next week. In fact, it's not even a full trading week, because again, it's only 4 days, so watch out for that. Of course, this weekend and probably Labor Day, you guys are going to be eyeing up the cryptos because the market is closed. Have a look, let's see what Ethereum is doing, if you can get above 4K. Have a look if Bitcoin can hold above 50K. Have a look at if Dogecoin can start rallying back to 33 cents and then onwards and upwards from there. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you guys go check out all those different links. Again, enjoy your Labor Day weekend. I go into making, you go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.